You are in for a nice little surprise, my gorgeous Libra, this October. Indeed, you are in for a nice little surprise. And what I like here the most is the fact that, like, some really annoying, very heavy and very difficult stage and the difficult part of your life that was affecting you for such a long time, it's slowly coming to an end. And even better, even more so, by the time you get to the end of this month, the end of October 2021, you are going to make such a huge step when it comes to your future, when it comes to something so important, because the way things are going to unfold and the way things are going to develop for you, my gorgeous Libra, you wouldn't possibly believe how interesting this is actually going to be, because by the time you get to the actual mid of October, you are going to find yourself on a certain crossroads, and this is going to make you kind of think, and it's going to make you like kind of doubt certain things, and it's just going to put you in this particular mode. But by the time you get to the actual last part of October, last 3 days of October, this is when something really magical and very interesting it's actually going to happen. The turn of it, turnaround, you know, the turn of events that are actually going to take place are going to require also from you to respond, but to be really quick and to be really sharp. And this is exactly what you're going to do. And your response is actually going to even surprise you. It's nothing unusual. It's nothing that you wouldn't normally do. It's nothing like, oh, you wouldn't normally react in this particular way. No, baby, no. But it is the bravery that it's ultimately going to give you so much power, in particular when it comes to the actual fear of the unknown, because this is the spiritual flip-flop moment that it's actually going to take place. The fear of the unknown, it's going to disappear, it's going to vanish, okay? And this is all going to boil down to and lead towards a very specific and very important moment on the 31st of October 2021, when you're going to find this quite mind-blowing in so many different ways, because you are at the same time on the 31st of October 2021, you are going to have such an unusual sign from somewhere else, from the spirit world. And when this happens, you know, at around the time when we have a Samhain, or some people call it Halloween, you know this is what this is. It means that the whole month of October is going to be like kind of mind-blowing in so many different ways. But you are one of those signs who are going to find this so particularly beneficial, because you're very deep, you're very kind of like a different, you're very psychic. I said this many times, my gorgeous Libra, you're most certainly born psychic. Everybody is, but you are to such a much more higher extent. So naturally you feel things. So from the 1st of October until the 31st of October, you know, it's going to start on the 1st of October right until the end of that month. You know, the energy is going to be so intense, but in a really spiritual way, in a really powerful way. You will be able to feel and sense that you are most certainly part of like a completely different dimension. So by the time you get to the 31st of October, when we have a Samhain, this is when your message is going to come, and this is probably going to be one of the most powerful confirmations of your life. And this message that you're going to have, it's going to happen in a really weird and bizarre way, but you will know it's out of this world, and you will also know what to do, because you know there's so much negativity. It's at the same time going to be shifted by giving you at the same time this power, you know, power to choose, the power to make the next step, you know, the power to plan your future the way you want to plan it, without being kind of like having your energy stolen, you know, from the people around you who maybe like a bit of like a energy vampires, and people who have this ability, you know, they just kind of messes up a little bit, because it does go kind of against our personal vibration, which means that it affects our way of thinking and our way of planning. So you will also learn and realize which people, which group of people, or which person do you have to simply remove yourself from. But what else I was going to say, the 31st of October, the actual Samhain is so powerful, because we are getting all this spiritual message from a completely like a different world, from the spirit world, from a completely different dimension. And yes, we are part of the multiple dimensions all the time, which means that we have got the spirits around us like always, all the time. But What is the difference when it comes to the 31st of October? And it's not only that day, it's the 31st, 1st, 2nd, and even the 3rd of November 2021. It goes up until the 3rd of November. What is different? Because this is connected to our ancestors, it's connected to people who passed away, and the spirit who are keen to come forward, who are keen to come through, who are keen to actually share a certain message with us. But this is going to happen to you. But it's not just any message. This is just going to be directly connected to the problem that was really kind of slowed you down and that blocked you. So after that moment, after that point in time, the energy is going to be shifted, and you are most certainly going to release this blockage. This blockage is going to come to an end. And I'm not saying like, oh my God, you've been blocked, but you will see exactly what I mean, because when this energy starts flowing, it's going to be undeniable to not to notice, basically like the different feelings, the different emotions, different energy, which is going to reflect on your way of planning, but it's at the same time going to give you such a powerful bravery. You are going to make such an important move when it comes to your future, my gorgeous Libra. This is going to be very, very important indeed, because you are going to have a powerful reward, a very special and personal reward when it comes to you being smart. Not that long ago, over the last 7 or 8 months, you've been very, very smart, and this, and now this reward is going to bounce back in the form of karma, and you will see exactly what I mean. But also on another hand, you are gonna go on the next step, on the next level, most certainly when it comes to like you expressing yourself. Like, my God, you are really going to find yourself on the next stage, and that in itself also means that things that you want to do, things that you want to try, if you are working, for example, now it's perfect time to kind of show yourself and prove yourself, because you will be noticed like there is no tomorrow. It's all about that promotion just right above you, just waiting for you to notice it. And once you make this connection, that's it basically when it comes to the month of October. But on another hand, if you are looking for work, for example, this is also an excellent time. And for those of you who are retired, this is most certainly gonna bring you so much excitement into your life, because it's all about you feeling things that you didn't feel in a long time, but also that strong sense of direction. It's visually going to help you to connect and reconnect with your future. And once that happens, you are gonna become aware of your own energy, aware of your own power, and nothing is literally going to stop you. Okay? My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for October 2021. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for October 2021. And how could I possibly forget? Of course I didn't forget. Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Libra. Happy birthday to you. Most certainly, this is going to be your month. You are going to find yourself in your element, and you will see you're not going to be able to not to notice this. It is rather important for you to understand that, the more you kind of like do things that you want to do, more you're going to get out of it, especially when it comes to this month. The more creative you are in every single part of your life, this month most certainly you must not waste. And why I say you must not waste it, because it's just so much that you will be able to do with the power of your own manifestation. So this is why you just simply have to do as much as you possibly can. But also, when you're kind of doing things that you like, when you find yourself being rather creative, you get rewarded in so many different ways, because your energy becomes magnetic in a very specific and powerful way, and that in itself re-energizes you so much more. And then you will see how much you are going to actually do throughout this month. A huge, massive achievement you're actually going to have. Your number this month is number 3, my gorgeous Libra. This is so important because it's all about this huge, massive achievement that you are going to have. But this achievement that you're going to have and become aware of and realize by the end of the month, it's also going to open up the whole new door for you. So this achievement that I'm talking about is going to be specifically significant, not only on the very last day of October, but it's also going to be significant the first 3 days of November as well. You need to see and watch how you're going to feel within the first 3 days of November, because you know there is something is just going to come to you, very interesting realization, pretty much so like an idea, and you will see, oh my god, that in itself is going to trigger something else within you, and then you're going to realize how much you're missing the specific thing in your life. And then you're just going to be asking yourself, well, why am I not doing this? Why am I not going that direction? Why am I waiting for? Exactly. So this is very important. Number 3, my gorgeous Libra, means that you are going to have a really important resolution of the problem, you know, and I'm talking about something that was very much so holding you down for the last, you know, 36 months at least, you know. The certain problem was just draining so much energy out of you that even affected you like kind of physically, you know. So this in itself, it means that there is a lot of healing that is going to come into your sign as well this month, and I really like it because, you know, at the same time, you know, it's what this is going to lead to, a very, very successful compromise. This is what I need you to understand. It's about a very successful compromise that you are going to have roughly at around the mid-October 2021. But then at the same time, you need to understand from mid-October onwards, if you do need to kind of have important conversations, if you need to kind of discuss something very important, if you do need to talk to somebody who is like very kind of strange and difficult to talk to, but you have to talk to. So for any problems which are like kind of consisting of the actual compromise at the end, then most certainly you should do it, because now in between the mid-October and the end of that month, because the energy is going to be on your side and you are most certainly going to be so much more successful. The actual compromise that you are going to have, it's going to take an exactly 14 weeks, 14 weeks in order to see like the some effects which is going to take place. And it's also at the same time going to be connected to the little element of surprise when it comes to the actual achievement. And that in itself, it's also once again going to bring you like a huge, massive, enormous confirmation. You must not lose yourself, because it's pretty much so to do a little bit with your past and a little bit of things that you used to do that you were enjoying. So now you're going to be just wondering like, why am I not doing this? Why am I not expressing myself like this? Why am I not enjoying myself? So exactly, it's very important to remind ourselves these things in our lives, because this life is really short. You know, we spend a very short amount of time on earth in this life, you know. The life goes like this, and this is why you know we are facing so many challenges, but 99.9% of the time, you know, the answer to the challenges that we are actually facing is just be yourself and follow your intuition, and do not let anyone else to lead you astray. It's very important indeed. But how I said, you are going to have like a really important compromise, you know, but also on another hand, if you do need to have one, then most certainly this is going to be the month to do it. Not only there is a very powerful inspiration going to come out of it that is just going to really kind of be leading you and guiding you along the way, but this is also going to be the great time, new beginning of an abundance which is going to start floating into your life, you know. And at the same time, I really like the influence of somebody really powerful, somebody really significant in your life. It's going to be playing an important role here when it comes to the actual motivation, but it's to do with the person who is like kind of successful in your eyes, and you're just going to be able to rub off this very special and very beautiful energy. And I say this on purpose because these people who are very successful in their lives, to us, you know, if they're very successful to us, then, and they are in our lives, whichever way it is, directly or indirectly, you know, it doesn't matter, they're meant to be there. So that's why I'm saying saying that this energy is very sweet and very brilliant and very beautiful to kind of follow, because it's meant to be there to kind of refresh you when you need it the most, you know. So this is really important. On another hand, you know, it is about determination that you are going to have, you know, and this is so brilliant. And determination is going to come through your own experience. You will do something, you will be doing something that you're very experienced about, and then that in itself is going to make you feel very, very determined, because it's all about this kind of a realization that you're going to have, and almost immediately you will be able to connect to the next step, you know, and this is going to make you feel very active, and that in itself is actually going to open your eyes, because it is just kind of going to start bringing you peace and tranquility into your life, and you will know that very soon this is going to bring you like a bit of a reward. So it's just something that you're going to feel very strong connection with, but then at the same time, as I said, it's going to open your eyes, because you know, suddenly you're going to become aware of the actual very kind of negative person here, somebody who's maybe like using people, and somebody who's not a really nice person. But then again, it's more like about a certain lesson that you're going to have through this person, and the confirmation, because it's just going to kind of remind you even more how much you actually want to remove yourself from the certain situation, maybe, as I said before, from the certain group of people, or maybe like from the certain person, you know, in general, you know. So this is going to be brilliant, because the bottom line is, this is most certainly, you're going to realize somebody being ingenuine. So that's why you just have to kind of in your life. So that's why you just have to kind of like basically, if something doesn't sound right to you, you move away from that person, you remove yourself from that situation. If somebody's like kind of being bizarre around you and trying to tell you something and it doesn't make sense to you, you know, you will know, just follow your own spirituality, follow your own intuition. Your third psychic eye is going to be kind of wide open, more open than it normally is. So you will be picking up on all sorts of vibrations. So this is more like a gift, like a blessing, more than anything else, because it's going to give you the chance and opportunity to realize something very specific about yourself, that it's time to move on. But on another hand, you're going to protect yourself from that person at the same time by realizing certain ingenuity around you. On another hand, you know, this month is most certainly going to bring you a one, especially the last 7 days of October. This is going to be like a big mama moment, you know. The last 7 days of October, it's all about the actual growth of the hard work, you know, and the things that, you know, you have been working on, but they were really slow. Now you're finally going to see the progress. And I'm going back to the last 12 months, things that you were really worrying about, things that you didn't achieve, but you wanted to achieve, things that were kind of stuck in your life. So now they're going to get themselves unstuck, basically. So it's all about the progress from the hard work, that it's going to be evident over the last 7 days, you know, and at the same time, it's just about the actual reorganization that is going to be needed, you know. So it's all about progress and growth, but also at the same time, you know, it's the bottom line is, this is about the results of efforts that you're going to become aware that are nearly due, and this is going to inspire you, and it's going to motivate you, and finally you're going to have your answer. Finally you're going to have information that you were looking for such a long time, and that in itself, it's again going to remind you of who you are, what you want to do, and how important it is at the same time to actually follow your intuition, my gorgeous Libra. It's more important than ever, you know. And also another thing, you know, that I was going to say, that a very important truth is actually going to be revealed this October. Very, very important and big, massive, huge truth is going to be revealed, and you're not going to be able to believe. You're not going to be able to believe what you're going to hear. You're not going to be able to believe what you're going to see. But this is nothing to do with your specific situation. It's nothing to do with you personally. But then again, you know, it's just going to mean to you so much, because it's just going to basically going to bring you this confirmation that it's going to be more important right now than ever. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Libra, you know, it's really important, just like last month, what I've mentioned and said. Just try to make sure that you are doing something, taking something to boost your immune system, like for example, organic acerola cherry capsules, or organic acerola cherry powder, organic camu camu capsules, or organic camu camu powder. Both of these supplements are ridiculously powerful when it comes to its vitamin C content, and they are most importantly completely natural. So either of these supplements are going to be superb for you to take, because it's going to boost your immune system, and you need to take this every single day, trust me, alongside natural vitamin D. I know that lots of people think, oh yeah, I'm in the sun every day, yeah baby, you know, sunny baby, but no baby, no. Even if you're in the sun every day, I would still at the moment highly suggest you to take a natural vitamin D alongside the actual zinc as well. It's more important than ever, because this combination is going to boost your immune system, and it's going to help you to protect yourself, and ultimately it's going to help you to feel so much better. It's going to boost your energy and so many other things this is going to be beneficial for as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, before I go on the first date, my gorgeous Libra, I would highly suggest you to get something like this gorgeous chakra pendant, and this chakra pendant is superb when it comes to the actual right balance of energy, because it contains these perfect crystals, perfect balance of crystals which reflect on us. It's going to reflect on your vibration, it's going to reflect on your energy, and this chakra pendant is important to wear throughout October, November and December as well. Very important indeed, because it's going to help you to ground yourself, to protect yourself, but above all it's going to help you to be on top of things and to follow the right inspiration. Yes, I say to follow the right inspiration, because there is so much going to be going on, and sometimes it's very difficult to pinpoint out which kind of thing we should just kind of go for. So this helps you with that personal stability, you know, when it comes to your own grounding. So this is fantastic. And on another hand, this pendant is also perfect when you feel a little bit weird, and then you wear it, you feel a little bit better. When you need to talk to someone really important and you're like a little bit scared, when you need to do something really important, when something really significant is happening, you know, it has got such a powerful ability. This gorgeous chakra pendant comes with the sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Libra. I have to say that. So the first important date, it's going to be actually on the 1st of October. On the 1st of October, it's like a big mama moment, you know, but especially when it comes to you feeling strong connection with the subconscious mind, which is going to reveal something to you. Whether this is going to happen through your dreams, and then you remember your dreams, but if you don't remember your dreams, it doesn't really matter at all. If you don't remember your dreams, you just wake up in the morning and see, you know, where your mind is going to start drifting, because on the 1st of October, you wake up in the morning, and if you don't remember your dream, you just see where your mind is going to be drifting, and then you're just going to find yourself somewhere, you know, thinking about a specific subject, which is maybe going to surprise you, maybe not, but it's going to be interesting, because it is going to bring a little bit of crossroads, but then again, you will know exactly what to do. It's going to be pinpointing to you what do you need to pay attention to. The second important date is going to be on the 2nd of October. Now, this is, you know, you need to understand that this is actually going to kind of be the certain news that you are going to hear. You're not really going to like it, but then it doesn't really matter, because, you know, it is just going to remind you, maybe you were expecting for something, you were waiting for something, but it's a pretty much so to do with the illogical thinking, you know, and then you're just going to think, oh well, you know, it's an illogical thinking, and this is just going to kind of like a really work quite beneficially for you, because it's going to open your mind, and it's going to make you realize, you know, it's just a little bit of this disappointment that you're going to feel, and this is important for you to realize then and there, because as soon as you kind of focus on it just a little bit, you will see that this was affecting your own vision when it comes to your future, when it comes to your future planning. So this is absolutely brilliant, because something is going to shift this at this moment in time, you know, because this was kind of affecting you, and it was affecting your strength at the same time. When it comes to that actual energy energy shift that you're going to be able to feel from this moment onward, it's going to happen from the 2nd of, in between the 2nd of October and the 16th of October 2021, because there is a step in the unknown that you are going to make, and otherwise you wouldn't find yourself there if you didn't actually go through this. So the 2nd of October is pretty much so like a really big lesson that you are going to learn, but also at the same time, you know, you're going to become aware of the certain deception here. I know I'm a bit of a dark lala at the moment, but I said that the 2nd of October, it's really important for you because this is all going to work in your favor. This is, as I said, this is going to open your eyes. By the same time, you're going to realize a certain person, maybe it's not somebody who they claim that they are, a little bit of dishonesty, a little bit of like kind of like an insincerity, but then at the same time, you know, it's brilliant because you're going to become cautious of it, and that is actually going to work really wonderful, in a wonderful way for you, because it's going to help you to remove yourself from this situation. The second important date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the 17th of October. Now this is a big moment. Now this is a huge moment because, you know, you are going to become aware of like a new possibilities, you know, and these possibilities that you're going to become aware of, you're not going to be able to explain why do you feel so strongly, but almost immediately you need to understand that these new possibilities that are going to be on your mind, you need to kind of pay attention to what is inspiring you. How do you feel when you're thinking about certain things? What is constantly kind of keep on repeating on your mind? You need to pay attention to all these things and see which one matches your vibration and energy the most when it comes to new possibilities, because now that in itself, it's also going to bring like a new people, new acquaintances, new relationships into your life. But also at the same time, what I like about the 17th of October is how you're shifting literally from one vibration to another when it comes to like a new approaches to the actual problems, to the old problems. And this is always means a good thing, because it means that you're spiritually growing and you've learned something really kind of like a special prior to that moment. So, and it's also your new knowledge, and you will see exactly what I mean by new knowledge is going to play an important part here. When it comes to new possibilities, what I said, like what is really important to pay attention to on the 17th of October, you will see that you are gonna get like a really powerful and interesting advice when it comes to that. Somebody who means to you, somebody who knows you really well is gonna tell you something, and it's gonna reflect that particular situation, and you will be able to put two and two together, and it's just gonna mean to you so much. By the power of the actual synchronicity, you're gonna realize something really important. On another hand, if you're seeing numbers repeating like a 3-3 or 3-3-3, especially in between the 17th of October and the 31st of October, you know, you just need to pay attention to the actual opportunity that is going to be followed at the same time. This is how you can use the power of this wonderful synchronicity. On another hand, you know, the 17th of October, you just need to understand it's all about the actual, also very important message. And it's not only the 17th of October, but it's in between the 17th of October and again the end of that month. This is a huge time, you know. This is very important moment for you. Just try to remember this, because it's about the success. It's to do with your own, you know, kind of gain when it comes to materialistic life, when it comes to your financial security, but also you are going to become aware of like the fact that you're overcoming really huge obstacle and challenge, you know. And this is brilliant because it's going to surprise you. It's going to come with an element of surprise, and something is going to happen slightly earlier, and it's just going to throw you off the subject a little bit, but then again it's going to make you feel overwhelmed in the best possible way. But then again, at the same time, it's all about a victory, and even most importantly, a successful negotiation that it's actually going to be connected to this, you know. Just remember this, you're going to have a very successful negotiation indeed. By the time you get to the 31st of October 2021, you know, this is an important time, because, you know, something is just going to come to you. So this is a big kind of stepping stone and moment that you're going to have, you know. Prior that moment, prior to 31st of October, a few days earlier, you will be pinpointed towards a certain problem in your life, and that was a certain difficulty, and you will you will say to yourself, oh no, I'm not too sure, kind of I'm not ready for this just yet. So now suddenly, by the time you get to the 31st of October, you're gonna see a very strong connection to this, and suddenly you're gonna find yourself drifting away and thinking about that problem, but that in itself, it's actually going to have such a nice turning point, because it's going to it's going to push you even more towards the things that you want to do. And when it happens in such a powerful day like Samhain, this is going to be literally mind-blowing. It's about your devotion. You must, above all, understand that you need to, you must stay devoted to yourself. By staying devoted to yourself, you ignore people who are sticking out in your life. Sometimes people are very strong, very heavy, and they can have this very powerful energy that they're painted with, and then it can confuse you, because they're so powerful and it seems like they know what they're saying, like people in your life. But you need to understand, when it comes to you, it needs to come from you. So to follow your own devotion, you must use your own intuition. To use your own intuition, you simply must trust yourself, because you are going to have such a powerful moment of your own devotion on the 31st of October. It's going to be very much so like your own rebirth that you are going to be having. Something very interesting is going to unfold, and the loyalty towards your own devotion is going to be absolutely superb here, and most importantly, you will know exactly, once this energy will shift by the end of the day on the 31st of October, you will know exactly which part of your life is the most important to put more energy towards. Okay, which part of your life is the most significant? Which part of your life is the most kind of like above everything else to pay attention to, because it needs a little bit of more services from you. It needs a little bit of more of energy from you when it comes to offering like a more kind of services and efforts towards a very specific goal. So this is very, very important time indeed. And also at the same time, you are, without realizing, making a massive, giant, enormous investment into your life. This is absolutely brilliant, and somebody very loyal to you, very important to you, is going to be playing an important role here, because they will just confirm something to you. Perhaps you will have a little question. I said that you have to trust your own intuition, but that doesn't mean that you don't kind of talk to people who are the closest to you, for example, just to share the informations and things like that. No, but this particular person is going to mean to you so much, because this is somebody very loyal to you, and they're going to confirm this to you as well. But as I said, what is going to go on your mind, what you're going to be focusing on the 31st of October, is at the same time going to become huge, enormous, a very, very wise investment when it comes to your future. But not only your future, this is also kind of going to be beneficial for the people that are the most important people in your life as well. So we are talking about something that is going to last for a long time. You're going to find yourself almost immediately just thinking about it being rather creative, and that in itself is the beginning of a very important stage in your life. But also on another hand, it's almost like you are gonna give a birth to the new part of your life. This is a very powerful and spiritual moment, which means that after this moment in time, your life is literally going to change, because this is just the beginning. You're gonna plant one of the most powerful spiritual seeds in your life. You may not even realize this, but this is literally going to change your life one step at a time. This is going to take a long time, and by the time you get to the actual September and October 2022, you will see exactly what a powerful time you will be going through, and it's all thanks to what was actually happening this month. So this is something that I really need you to understand, because it's finally you're going to feel like you have a control over your life. You're finally going to feel that strength and courage, energy and determination. Things that were missing in your life are going to become absolutely obvious through this very powerful and significant compliment, which is going to come through your own accomplishment as well. Okay, so now my gorgeous Libra, before I check the rest of the months, I would highly suggest you to get a dry sage, because now is the time when the energy is very strong and the energy is very powerful. We are spiritually very open. We are spiritually very open throughout the month of October. So when we are spiritually open, our energy gets drained quite easily, because we understand so much. We are picking up on all sorts of messages, especially now. So this is why I highly suggest you to get a dry sage and smudge your home. Close all the windows when you start, light this with a little lighter or matches, you put a little sauce underneath, go into every single room in the house. You can say a little chant, little prayer, little affirmation. You can say something to your spirit guides, to your guardian angels, to your angels, however you feel, whatever you feel to do, it's going to be the right thing to do. So at the end, when you open the window, you know, as the smoke goes away, the negative energy is going away as well. And this is ultimately going to reflect on your home and on you as well, because it's going to cleanse you at the same time. This huge dry sage stick also, if you would like to buy from my store, you are also helping my channel as well, and the link is in the description below. So I'm just going to see what to focus on in the first part of October, mid part of October, and the last part of October. So the first part of October, you know, just understand that you will have all sorts of ideas, but at the same time, it's like also kind of like you will be hearing other things that are kind of, you're gonna have your own ideas, but it's also very important to have your ears like wide open. Do you say that? Wide open ears? No, you need to listen, because you're gonna hear a few things as well that are kind of gonna just come at the right time as well when it comes to your own ideas. Don't rush into anything, but also try to pick up as much as you can. Okay, you are gonna have like something, this is gonna be the beginning of something very extraordinary when it comes to the beginning of October, you know, and it's also to do with a successful compromise, you know. The mid-October is just like such a significant clarity you're going to have here, my gorgeous Libra. It's about clarity, and it's about making a choice, you know, and this is all about making a choice when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your future, when it comes to your financial security and things like that. The third part of October, you know, it's just like basically, I really like this, because you are going to become aware of your own victory, and this is when things are going to start changing, you know. The fact that you're going to become aware of your own victory is just going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, and it's going to push you towards the right very wise choice, you know, which is going to help you with the recognition and success later on when it comes to promotions and things like that, and going on the next step. You know, the last part of October is going to be very important and very significant, because this is when your energy is going to be at its brightest, so you will be able to do and to achieve so much more. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. So now basically, you know, this is an important month for my gorgeous Libras who are in relationships, okay? This is very important month for you, because it's about a big change. You're going to come to terms with something, that something is, for example, not going to change, but this is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because it's going to help to both of you to move on with your lives. So it's a big change that you're both going to agree to make. And by the time you get to the actual end of October, pay attention to this, because this is going to be really important, because it's about the big change that you wanted to do, but then again, it's the new plan that is going to come through, that is slowly going to slide in. And that new plan that I'm talking about is just like, pretty much so to do with things that you were hoping for to do before over the last couple of years, but now you're just going to go for it. But it's just like about, they're going to have lots of like different elements to it as well. So you need to be, or need to remember to be as open-minded as you possibly can. My gorgeous Libras who are single and ready to mingy, stranger in the night, Libra in the morning, stranger in the night, Libra in the morning. My gorgeous Libra, you know what? It's just like basically one particular day you are going to feel so much enthusiasm, and this is what I say to you. It's just basically about like this initiative that I'm talking about, because throughout the actual month, this initiative is going to be a driving force, and this initiative that I'm talking about, it's also going to put you on the path where there's very interesting people about to walk into your life, and this is going to become quite evident on the 17th of October and onwards. So on the 17th of October and onwards, what comes into your life new, like a new initiative, like unlimited possibilities, possibilities, a new stage, a new page, new portal. It's about to open. This is also going to bring new people into your life that I mentioned before. And one of these new people are going to be very important. Ooh la la, rather vavamumish indeed. You're going to feel something inside very specific that you didn't feel in a long time. Lots of little butterflies and things like that. But this is most certainly going to be only the beginning. So someone very special is about to walk into your life. And trust me, this person is going to be so much different. Almost immediately, you will feel something very special. You will feel something very different, most certainly, because it is going to be. Okay, my gorgeous Libras, once again, I love you all so much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings. Lots of love, healing, peace, and light, my gorgeous Libras. So I'm sending you brightest blessings. Lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Libras. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye. Mwah.